Hello, my name is Emel, and I'll be your instructor for this training course provided by AFSA Training Consultancy. Welcome to the Employees Management Training course. Today's course will focus on improving the skills of managers in UAE governmental organizations. For the next 12 minutes, you will learn about different models to enable you to successfully manage your employees. At the end of this training course, you will be able to identify appropriate concepts to assist managers at UAE organizations in managing employees, and understand the related theories and techniques. This training video will brush upon the following concepts: organizational culture, motivation, personalities, and attitudes. Let us start. What is an organizational culture and why is it important? It's a system of shared values, beliefs, and assumptions which decide how people behave in an organization. The UAE's culture has a strong presence in governmental organizations. Trust, openness, and family values are important in the UAE, and in order to be able to manage employees within those organizations, it is mandatory to understand that the practices of the religion of Islam has a huge influence on the organization's working culture. So why is it important for leaders and managers to understand the culture at a UAE governmental organization? Due to the prominent presence of Islamic values in the UAE community, it's there to dictate how individuals act, dress, and do throughout their day in general, and at their jobs in specific. Leaders in the UAE are considered role models and are given power and authority. Employees at governmental organizations trust and respect their leaders and would follow any given instruction. The Hofstede theory defines the organizational culture as the way in which members of an organization relate to each other, to their work, and to the outside world. All those relations are meant to distinguish one organization from another. Thus, when looking at relations amongst members of an organization, culture describes many things, and among them are the following: the way a superior relates to their direct reports. For example, will superiors be offended by their direct reports if they didn't agree on the same idea? Or the way direct reports relate to their direct boss. For instance, will they speak their mind or will they hide under their shell when situations become precarious? Also, the way colleagues on the same hierarchical level relate to each other. In other words, will a colleague help a fellow colleague out in a sticky situation, or will they do nothing while thinking, "That's a great opportunity for me"? The organizational culture also outlines how genders act towards each other in a given work environment. For example, in the UAE governmental organizations, it is not advised that men and women greet each other by shaking hands, and an adequate personal space is required while meeting. Moving along, our next topic is motivation. Motivation plays a huge role and impact on enabling leaders to improve employees' management. Stephen P. Robbins and Timothy A. Judge define motivation as the processes that account for an individual's intensity, direction, and persistence of effort toward attaining a goal. Furthermore, there are a total of 4 theories regarding motivating employees that have been formulated during the 1950s and that currently represent the foundation for practicing managers' reference. The following theories can be implemented and considered at UAE governmental organizations. One of them is the goal-setting theory. It is defined as a specific and difficult goals with appropriate support and feedback that leads to higher performances. This translates to management by objective, in which leaders at UAE governmental organizations can assign tasks and objectives to their employees and assist in providing the required support and feedback to successfully train and develop them. Leaders in general should be aware of employees' level of need. Therefore, it is advised to understand Abraham Maslow's hierarchy of 5 needs, which are physiological, and that includes hunger, thirst, shelter, and other bodily needs; safety, and it describes security and protection from physical and emotional harm; social, which represents the need for affection, belonging, acceptance, and friendship; esteem, which includes both internal factors such as self-respect, autonomy, and achievement, as well as external factors such as status, recognition, and attention; finally, self-actualization, represents the drive to become what we are capable of becoming, which includes growth, achieving our potential, and self-fulfillment. In addition, McGregor believes that Theory Y assumptions were more valid than Theory X. He proposed ideas such as participative decision-making, responsible and challenging jobs, and good group relations to maximize an employee's motivation. David McClelland and his associates have developed McClelland's theory of needs, which constitutes of need for achievement, which is the determination to surpass a set of standards; need of power, which is to persuade others to act in a way that is not in the norm of how they do things; need for affiliation, which means the aspiration of friendly relationships. As a leader and manager, it is always important to think positively about employees. It is essential that managing your employees' motivational level when introducing several models and concepts in order to get the best performance out of them. To be able to build, develop, and maintain an employer's skill set, the concept of job design can be implemented. Examples of job design concepts come in the form of job rotation, and the purpose of it is to promote learning new skills and adding value to an employee's experience and knowledge. Job enrichment, this helps develop the employee's decision-making skills in addition to learning job accountability. Job involvement, manager can seek an employee's feedback and suggestion which management can recognize. Managers in UAE governmental organizations should remember that employees are people and people have different personalities and attitudes. Personality represents the concept of a whole person, which includes thoughts, behavioral patterns, learning, perception, and motivation. There are many things that make up people's personality, some of which are traits, people's external appearance, and their person's situation, interaction, and their inner awareness of themselves. Many researchers have listed and defined personality traits. In the late 1950s, Raymond Crystal and Ernest Tupes advanced the initial model based on work done at the U.S. Air Force Personnel Laboratory. There were 171 personality traits that researchers had identified. The number of traits got reduced to 5 core personality traits by combining similar traits. In 1990, the 5-factor model personality was proposed by J. M. Digman. It has been extended into higher level of organizations by Goldman in 1993. Leaders in UAE governmental organizations should acknowledge that each employee's job performance is significantly impacted by their personalities. Therefore, what is the big 5 traits that managers should look for? Agreeableness is the degree to which a person is sensitive, nice, trusting, tolerant, warm, and kind. They are compassionate, friendly, and cooperative. Extroversion is the degree to which a person is talkative, outgoing, sociable, and enjoys being in social situations. They are getting their energy from interacting with others. Conscientiousness refers to the degree to which a person is methodic, systematic, organized, punctual, dependable, achievement-oriented, and punctual. Openness is the degree to which refers to people who like to enjoy new experiences, open to new ideas, and learn new things. It includes traits like being intellectual, imaginative, creative, and insightful, and having a wide variety of interests. Neuroticism refers to the degree of negative emotions and emotional stability. Traits include being aggressive, moody, irritable, and anxious. Another aspect of the influences employees' work performance is the attitude that they possess. In a general sense, attitudes can be characterized as feelings, perceptions, and behaviors that have a repetitive nature and tend to reappear in relation to a particular object, person, or situation. Moreover, attitudes can be positive, negative, or of a mixed nature. In terms of the organizational behavior, it is possible to distinguish between 3 different types of attitudes. Job satisfaction. It represents the set of feelings and impressions one has in relation to the job they do. This concept includes both positive and negative emotions and beliefs. Job involvement. It stands for an individual's identification with their job, the level of participation, and the desire to contribute to the job, as well as its connection to one's feeling of self-actualization and self-worth. Organizational commitment. It represents one connection with the entire organization. They are a part of the desire to remain a member of this organization and contribute to its success and development. For instance, if the workers are unhappy about a new policy or rule, their subsequent professional performance may drop, resulting in the decreased performance of the organization in general. Also, the increased level of job satisfaction among the employees can contribute to a higher level of commitment, the stronger loyalty of the workers, and a better performance that in turn is likely to result in generation of more profit and the overall success of the entire organization. We've reached the end of our training course. Thank you for watching, and on behalf of AFSA Training Consultancy, we wish you the best of luck.